The year was 1200 BCE. Moses had just led the Israelites out of captivity in Egypt. These people faced a new problem. How do we relate to a God that has delivered us? How do we relate to each other? How do we create a free society and a system of government? Moses climbs Mount Sinai and comes back with 2 tablets. Written on them is a set of laws guiding the people's behavior. Those who choose to follow these laws have a new identity and a purpose for life. However, they are persecuted and oppressed because the laws make them different from their neighbors. Fast forward 3,000 years, people still follow these ancient laws, but they have a new context, a new land, a new society, new values. They have become the majority in many places throughout the United States. What do you do with power and position? Extreme members of the group believe that they must impose these laws on all people. Of course, they don't say it this way, but they believe it. They seek to indoctrinate children when they are at an impressionable age. They require the religious law to be posted in schools and taught to everyone. They don't make room for those who believe differently. The oppressed have become the oppressors. I am a Baptist. I have been one my whole life. Baptists started in England in 1609 when they rejected the marriage of the church and state in England. They believed that for the church to be authentic, it had to be voluntary, it had to be free, it could not be coerced or forced. When Baptists came to America, they brought these values with them. The first Baptist pastor ordained in the U.S. was Roger Williams. When Williams founded Providence Plantation, he made laws protecting a person's right to worship or not worship as they saw fit. This was true religious liberty. Williams took the 10 Commandments and divided them into 2 separate tablets, a clear division of who could enforce which laws. On the first tablet were laws related to a person's relationship to God. Only God could enforce these. The second had laws about how people treated each other. For the most part, the government could enforce these. Isn't that strange? The same commandments these modern extremists are seeking to impose contain the exact separation that both protects church and state. I wanted to say to my fellow Baptists, people like the Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson from Louisiana, who support this law, have you forgotten where you came from? Have you forgotten your history? This is not who we are. I want to use my voice to speak to my fellow family members and say, remember who you are. Remember the values that inform you. You were once the persecuted minority. Use your current position to protect the freedom and rights of other minorities that need our help. True faith cannot be coerced or mandated. It can only be freely given. My name is Elijah, and I believe in the separation of church and state.